Alright YouTubers, so in this video we're going to talk about the Raidmax V5 Vortex computer case. I bought two of these, had them a while, or at least the first one I've been using for a while. And so we're going to talk about the case itself, what I think about it, and basically do a little review. We previously did the unboxing, and some things that I really didn't talk about are what's on the case here. You know, things like the special design side panel for cable management, which is, you know, kind of common these days, to help hide those cables. Support for a 120mm liquid cooling system, which I'm not going to do. The USBs we will talk about, and of course the bottom mounted PSU. There are the locations that you could get in graphics cards, showing the longest spot, which is appears to be 300mm, and we'll get out the tape measure and measure some stuff up so you have that in inches. Alright, so here's one of them finished, and in a little bit I'm going to look at the unopened one so we can talk about it. You know, you've got this up top here, which till you put a fan in there, or even if you put a fan in there, it's going to be probably all kinds of dust that comes in. I've got one of the fans going here, and one thing to note that I absolutely hate is this metal thing for clamping down the graphics cards. It's pretty chintzy, and so we shall talk about that a little more. And from the side, if you can see it, it's kind of a really dark tint to the cover, so you can't really see in there too good. Now if we go over here, here is the door on the floor, and you can see it's pretty tinted. I still have the plastic on that one. Alright, so let's go actually look at the case itself. And hopefully I remember to edit this out, folks. Alright, so here's our case. And I didn't get this, this didn't come in indented like some of the cases do. So it was well packed. So kudos to Raidmax for that. That always makes me happy. Now on the front, things I don't like about the case. And then we'll talk about what I do like about the case. So one USB 3.0. You know, in these days, why not have two of them, and a USB 2.0? Just to me, you know, it's like, why not just have both these be that, or four of these? You know, so that is a negative. Now, I don't really like the location of the power button in regards to the USB. Too many times have I accidentally hit that while trying to pull out a USB for whatever reason. You know, putting my hands on the case where I thought it was safe, and guess what? It's the power button. Then you got the reset switch over here, same deal. But the case has got a really nice look to it, I will say that. You know, it is cheap plastic, but still looks pretty attractive. On the back side, you've got your one, I believe this comes with one fan. Yeah, there's only one fan in this case, so you have to get a second one. But you know, little dinky fan. If I remember correctly, this was actually to spec the opening, so the heat shield fit in there pretty good. These things are easy to take off, as you would expect. Here's your spot for your ATX bottom mounted power supply. It bolted up, but you can kind of see that this is not perfectly horizontal, so could be some misalignment. And of course they give you the hardware that you would expect to mount your motherboard, and the manual in there. Overall, the cables were of decent quality, and basically what you would expect for the case. You've got your power button, LED, power LED, HDD, reset switch, etc. Thing for your HD audio, USB 3.0, all those connectors for the front. Lots of places to strap in your hard drives, so it's got plenty of locations for that. And you can see for the most part it's a big open space. I would have preferred this not be here. I do believe you might be able to remove it, though it may weaken the structure, just to get that extra long video card in there. Now I don't believe that I could fit in a GTX 970, but the AMD RX Vega 556 that I have does fit in there. So that is pretty much what's inside this part of the case. Now if we pull off the other side, so you can see the cable management. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. Oops, of course my hand just went through the thing. Okay, so roughly you can see, if you were to have a motherboard in here, you would be able to have already mounted it and put a CPU fan in after the fact. So that is a really nice thing. You don't see that too often. However, that also means there aren't any things to bolt into in that area. Other locations to run your cables. So it's a lot of aspects really well thought out, folks. Not a bad case for the amount of money I spent on this. Honestly, I think I got a heck of a deal. eBay, $25, and then I got some eBay bucks, 13% off. So I was spending close to $20, and it was shipped for free. So good deal. And so, you know, out of 5 stars, I would give this 3.5. There's room for improvement. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.